few weeks away from the third criminal trial connected to the deadly arrest of George Floyd. This one will be in state court. J. Alexander King and Thao, both charged with aiding and abetting murder and manslaughter. Today, the sides coming together to lay the foundation for this next trial, arguing over dozens of motions about all the evidence and, of course, the witness testimony. Our Paul Bloom following the day's developments and joining us live from the courthouse tonight. So, Paul, it's interesting the two defendants were not there in person today.
You're right, Kelsey. You know, we reported earlier this week that the two men, J. Alexander King and Thao, had surrendered themselves into federal custody. And turns out there is something of a story there. First, Thao, he went directly to prison at a facility down in Lexington, Kentucky. J. Alexander King doing the same thing. He landed at a low-security facility in Ohio. Now, turns out the state wanted them to surrender locally to U.S. Marshals so they could stay close through these coming weeks as the trial is set to begin on October 24th. Now they'll have to be transported back here by Marshals, but they did formally waive their right to attend today's hearing. There's another hearing tomorrow to continue these motions, Kelsey, but yes, both defendants not here.
Okay, and you know, Paul, Judge Cahill had some thoughts today on limiting emotional testimony, so why did he do that, and talk a little bit about that as well.
Another interesting point here, the defense said there was far too much emotion at the state's first trial against Derek Chauvin. Remember all the tears on the witness stand? The defense argues that is way too prejudicial and might distract the jury from making a decision on the case in court, that the emotion might overcome the facts of the case. The lead prosecutor countering in court that he doesn't call witnesses just to, quote, get them to cry. Cahill acknowledged it is an emotional case, but did warn prosecutors from asking really open-ended questions like, how did that make you feel?
And Paul, another defendant did take a plea deal. Plea deals were certainly on the table. Why did these two men not take one?
Million-dollar question there, Kelsey. Of course, you're talking about Thomas Lane. He took a plea deal. He's not a part of this case. The plea deal didn't add any time to his federal prison sentence. For some reason, though, these two men said no. In the end, they were offered the same deal, a guarantee that would not add any prison time to the sentencings they're already facing in federal court. We mentioned they're in federal prison right now. Wouldn't add any time. Now they're going to roll the dice here in state court. If found guilty, Kelsey, on the highest count, they would likely be adding a significant amount of time to their incarceration. Again, they don't take the plea deal. Jury selection begins October 24th here. We'll be following it straight through to a verdict.
All right. Thank you for walking us through some of that, Paul. And one more quick note about this upcoming trial. Cameras will not be allowed in the courtroom this time, unlike the Chauvin trial. Cameras were only allowed for that state trial because of COVID concerns at the time, so fewer people were allowed in person.